It sounds all good if I say to you, sell your house privately so that you can avoid paying commission, and then you keep all that money to yourself. After all, a home is the biggest asset you will ever own, right? Right? But there are associated risks with doing that. If you are able to eliminate this risk, then I will advise you to do so. But let me address this risk first. But before we get to that, it is flipping cold in Pretoria. I don't know where you are, but yes, it's cold there. Okay, so let's get to it, shall we? But before we just get to that, just because there's many people like you that this information that we address, that we talk about in this channel, it helps people. So it will very, very much assist us if you subscribe to this channel, if you like, if you share with your friends, so that they can also, be updated into this property stuff and personal finance stuff. So let's get to it, shall we? So the very first thing is that you have lack of market knowledge and lack of the pricing ability, right? So if you decide to sell your house, you might overprice it and you might underprice it, right? So the thing is, if you overprice your home, right? Let's say you put the price too high, it will take very, very long to sell, or it will not sell at all. So this is the risk that you take, because you have no experience, you have no resources to be able to do this. Unless if you are exposed, then great. I mean, I'm an agent. Because of that, I sell my own properties and I buy my own properties because, I'm able to do it because I'm equipped with the resources to be able to do this, right? But if you are not equipped, you are not in that position, why would you do that, right? And then the other thing, if you undervalue your property, right, you just giving your property away and you lose a lot of money, right? Do you want to do that? You say the only reason why you want to do this is because you save money, but if you are losing some money or some equity on your house that you have worked so hard to pay the bond for, then is it worth it? That is for you to answer, right? So the reasoning why I'm doing this video is because one of my colleagues actually asked me, she's actually just starting as a new agent. So she asked me, if a client asked me, why do I need you as an agent? What would you say? So this actually triggered all these things that I'm now explaining to you, right? The second point is that you don't get a reality check on your home, on how it looks like. Remember, your home, you have an emotional attachment to it because over the years, you have built your personality into your home. So it is, for you, it is the perfect little heaven on earth, right? So you have no second opinion if you are the one that is selling your house. You have no realistical opinion of how your house looks because already you think your house is a little heaven on earth. But when you get an agent, they will give you an honest second opinion of what actually the buyers are looking for, or how your house actually compares with other houses in that market. Because at the end of the day, the job of the agent is to make sure that the home sells, and they will work with you to make sure that they meet the end goal to ensure that your house get sold. Right? Because at the end of the day, that is the priority, right? Nothing else, right? And then The third thing is that you are going to market the property all by yourself, right? The good thing about agents is that they build databases, right? In addition to that, they have networks of other agents that they work with, and they have exposure to a lot of marketing channels, right? The other thing is, if you are marketing the property by yourself, it means that you're going to have to carry all the marketing and advertising cost, whether you will be able to sell your property or not. Because what agents do is that we spend money upfront, right? Whether the house sells or not, we spend the money upfront. Are you willing to do that, right? If, like we said on the first point, that you are not having the pricing ability, now you put all this money without properly pricing your property, you're going to lose all that money. So the saving that you initially intended to achieve is a loss. Do you want to do that? It is really up to you, right? Because in this channel, we don't tell you what to do. We give you the information. We empower you with the information so that you make an informed decision of what you want to do, right? The fourth thing is that the property will not really be exposed enough. There will be lack of exposure because most private sellers don't have the knowledge or resources to expose the property to a big enough pool of buyers and to create enough awareness. So it's up to you. And the other thing is that the fifth thing is that you have no experience, right, in selling a property. Although you think it's an easy thing, right? But, you must try it and see how easy it is. You have no experience. You have no skill in negotiation, right? In this day and age where the interest rates are very high, right? The interest rates are very high. There's inflation, there's all these other things, right? It makes buyers, right, to be tough negotiators. And they do their homework and their research before they put offers on properties. So if you are not up to that level, you're going to end up losing a lot of money, right? Money that you intended to save. The next thing, point number 6 is that there's legal and liability issues. So the first thing is that if you have seen the offer to purchase document, it's like a big document like this. So the first thing is you need to be able to understand the offer to purchase document. And it's not just easy to understand for any lame person, right? Any normal person will not really understand that without proper explanation, right? So you need to be able to familiarize yourself with the offer to purchase document. And that is not just enough. You need to understand other legalities in terms of selling your property, right? That might go wrong or might go right, whatever. But you need to be able to understand that when you sell the property, you don't violate those legal standings and you find yourself in a very terrible position. Right. And then point number 7, right? It's security. Security is very much important. So if you are on the front line, you have no screen between you and the potential buyers or potential crooks that may use the opportunity to get inside your home, either to steal the things while looking around. Because, people might come to view your property and present themselves as buyers, but they are not buyers. Because, you need to be, as an agent, you have the stomach to feel it. Because there's questions that you ask and maybe some pre-approval that you do and you are able to gauge that the buyer is actually a serious person that wants to buy the property. If he's a chancer, you can tell it, and you will not waste your time to drive around and wasting your petrol and everything for a chancer, right? So all these things, and you don't have experience for it. I mean, you might let in a thief or a crook in your house unaware. But at the end of the day, it's your decision. It's how you want to manage this situation. The last point I want to discuss today is holding cost. Say if you misprice your property and you price it too high because your emotional attachment to the property is not, it doesn't determine the market value of the property, but because it's your perception. This is going to expose you to a lot of other holding costs, like you need to pay your bond much longer than maybe you want to. You need to pay the rates and taxes, electricity, water charges, insurance premiums, security and maintenance costs, and all the other things that might mount up. And eventually, if you overprice your property, now after a long time, because you see it's not working, then you decide to say, I'm going to now employ an agent. You're still going to pay the agent's commission. So, what was all that for? Right? Of which you could have avoided that. Get an expert that understand how the property market works, that has done it many a times. Right? It's up to you guys. You need to make the right decision for yourself. Right? You need to make the right decision for yourself. Guys, if this video has added some value in your life, please don't forget to subscribe, to like, and invite your friends into this channel as well. I will see you in the next one. This is the Big Elephant. Cheers. I'm out.